السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. احنا مع الجزء الثاني من Paradise and Hell Part 2. We are with the second part of Paradise and Hell in Islam. The author Dr. Umar Alashqar. Description of Hell. The location of Hell. Don't discuss Hell. Don't discuss where it may be located, for no one knows this except God. And I know of no hadith that I could rely on with regard to this issue. Second, the vast extent of hell. Hell is huge and vast and immensely deep, as is proven by several things. Those who will enter hell are innumerable, in addition to the vast number of the disbelievers in hell. The structure and makeup of only one of them will be so huge that his molars will be as big as Mount Uhud, and the distance between his shoulders will be equivalent to 3 days walking. God says in the Quran, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, يوم نقول لجهنم هل امتلأت وتقول هل من مزيد. On the day when we will say to hell, are you filled? It will say, are there any more to come? The Prophet Muhammad said, people will continue to be thrown into hell, and it will continue to say, are there any more, until the Lord of glory places his foot in it. Its different parts will come closer to one another, and it will say, enough, enough, by your glory and honor. B. Another indication of its vast depths is the fact that a stone thrown from the top of hell takes a very long time to reach the bottom. The Prophet Muhammad said, if there was a huge stone as big as 7 Khalafat stones, and it was thrown from the edge of hell, it would fly through it for 70 years, and yet it will not reach the bottom. C. Great number of angels will bring hell forth on the day of resurrection. God says, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, وجيء يومئذ بجهنم يومئذ يتذكر الإنسان وأن له الذكرى. Quran, and he will be brought near that day. Another indication of the vastness of hell is the fact that two great creations like the sun and the moon will be two rolled up balls in hell. The Prophet Muhammad said, the sun and the moon will be like two rolled up in hell on the day of resurrection. 3. The levels of hell. There are variations in the degrees of heat in hell, and in the levels of punishment which God has prepared for its inhabitants. There is not just one level, as God says, إن المنافقين في الدرك الأسفل من النار ولن تجد لهم نصيرا. Quran, verily the hypocrites will be in the lowest depths grade of the fire. God, the all-glorious, refers to levels of paradise and hell in the Quran. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, وَلِكُلٍ دَرَجَاتٌ مِّمَّا عَمِلُوا وَمَا رَبُّكَ بِغَافٍ عَمَّا يَعْمَلُونَ. For all there will be degrees or ranks according to what they did. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. فمن اتبع رضوان الله كمن باء بسخط من الله ومأواه جهنم وبئس المصير هم درجات عند الله والله بصير بما يعملون. Is then one who follows seeks the good pleasure of God like the one who draws on himself the wrath of God. His abode is hell, and worst indeed is that destination. They are in varying grades with God, and God is all seer of what they do. For the gates of hell, God has told us that He has 7 gates, as He said. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. وإن جهنم لموعدهم أجمعين لها 7 أبواب لكل باب منهم جزء مقسوم. And surely hell is the promised place for them all. Hell has 7 gates. For each of these gates is a special class of sinners assigned. Each will enter a gate according to his deeds and will be assigned a level of hell according to his deeds. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قيل ادخلوا أبواب جهنم خالدين فيها فبئس مثوى المتكبرين. Enter you the gates of hell to abide therein, and indeed what an evil abode of the arrogant. 5. The flue of hell, stones and the repulations. Disbelievers are the fuel of hell, as God says. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. يا أيها الذين آمنوا قوا أنفسكم وأهليكم نارا وقودها الناس والحجارة عليها ملائكة غلاظ شداد لا يعصون الله ما أمرهم ويفعلون ما يؤمرون. All you who believe, save yourselves and your families from a fire whose flue is main and stones. 6. The intensity of its heat and the vastness of its smoke and sparks. God says, بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. وأصحاب الشمال ما أصحاب الشمال في سموم وحميم وظل من يحموم لا بارد ولا كريم. And those on the left hand who will be those on the left hand in fresh hot wind and boiling water and shadow of black smoke, that shadow neither cool nor even pleasant. This ayat includes all of things that people avail themselves of in this world when it is too hot. These 3 things are water, air, shady. But the ayat verse states that things will be of no help whatsoever to the people of hell. The air of hell is a samum, which is an intensity hot wind. Its water is a hamim, boiling water. Its shadi is al-yahmum, which is a part of the smoke of hell. 7. Hell speaks and sees. The Quran tells us that hell will be able to see its people from after when they are coming towards it, and it will start to utter terrifying cries that will indicate how much anger and hatred it feels towards these evildoers. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. إذا رأيتهم من مكان بعيد سمعوا لها تغيظا وزفيرا. When hell sees them from a far place, they will hear it ringing and roaring. After people die, they are shown in Barzakh, the period between death and judgment, their position in paradise if they believers, or hell if they are disbelievers. Video record Maram Abdullah Fatani, Facebook name Maram Abdullah Fatani. I hope everyone enjoying seeing this second part of paradise and hell in the light of Quran and Sunnah in Islam. Inshallah, see you next time with a new section. أستودعكم الله الذي لا تضيع ودائعه.